Did you click record?
I did. We're recording.
Yeah, it is recording.
Hello?
We are recording.
All right. Welcome back
recording.
to episode
16
of the Brewhouse podcast. We are joined once again with Chase Gravitt. You're not in frame at all.
Oh, I'm not?
Nope. We lined it up to where we're by each other.
Yeah, you're right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now we are joined with Tanner Newman for the first time. Hello,
Howdy.
Tanner. So Tanner, you came to Brewhouse a long time ago, right? So
Yeah.
you were here as a young child.
Quite.
Kind of grew up in Brewhouse.
Yeah.
You were like a Brewhouse kid.
Yeah, I started coming here when I was 13, I believe. I'm 20 now, so like 6.5, 7 years.
Damn.
Yeah. Quite some time.
Were you the only kid pretty much here when you signed up?
Yeah, I think whenever I came here, it was still very untested style, like West Side kind of grunge gym. And during that time, I'm not even sure if there's any like high schoolers here because I started coming here in 8th grade. It was right after COVID started. Whenever like we were still open, I think it was July of 2020 is whenever I started coming here. So it'd be like 6 years in a few months. But yeah, I was 14, and I don't think there was any people within like 5 years of me training here.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
How did you find out about Brewhouse?
Blaine Sumner worked with my dad, and I asked him what a good powerlifting gym was, and this is the only one around at the time.
What was it like coming in at such a young age, like in a gym like this?
It was what I expected. I was a kind of a West Side like conjugate nerd at the time. I've since then developed very differently. But
Your brain developed.
Yeah. No, my frontal cortex developed, frontal lobe just. But no, yeah, it was cool. Like what I saw online at the time of me watching these big untested lifters just going ape shit on their training. I came here, and at the time it was the same thing with all the lifters we had here. So I don't know. It was just a cool environment to be in. Everybody worked really hard, and it set me into a position to want to keep going forward.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And then,
sorry.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Well, I was just going to ask him. We didn't get to hear like a little bit about yourself really before, like we usually have done with our guests.
Oh,
Who
yeah.
are you, Tanner?
Yeah. Who is Tanner Newman?
I am Tanner Newman, and of course, I'm a 20-year-old competitor and coach in the sport. Coach under the Load the Kilos brand. I've been with Load the Kilos for it'll be a year next month, and then I've been coaching for 4 years, competing for 7 or 8 now. I started powerlifting in 7th grade when I was 12, competing for my school at the time, and then I've just slowly developed into the organizations. Now Powerlifting America is where I compete. But I lift, and I help people lift more.
And you're a lot bigger in nutrition now, I guess.
Yeah.
Would you say you're a lot bigger in nutrition than actual coaching, though?
I believe I have 34, somewhere like mid-30s athletes in total, and it's a pretty even split.
Wow.
Actually, in the majority, I have a lot of my athletes that I do both nutrition and powerlifting for, but I think I'm right at about like 25 powerlifting athletes, and then more nutrition on top of that. So still primarily powerlifting, but my accolades are deeper on the nutrition side with who I coach.
Do you help Chase?
For a period, I've gave him advice. I'm not his current nutrition coach, but I've given him advice. There's actually something funny is we were talking about, I wrote him a nutrition plan to start coaching him. And then like 3 days after I sent it to him, he called me and he's like, dude, we're too close friends for me to take you serious. So you can't be my nutrition coach.
Understandable. Yeah.
But
That's valid.
my nutrition coach is actually Tanner's nutrition coach for a while. It's Pat Horpat.
Oh, so you kind of learned a little bit through Pat?
Yeah, no, I'm still
nutrition coaching and everything?
Yeah, I'm still underneath Pat for nutrition,
Okay.
and I've took a lot of information and kind of guidance from him for sure. Most of my research has actually been, or my like ideology in nutrition coaching has been like bringing bodybuilding style nutrition, ease of digestion, ease of nutrient absorption and stuff into powerlifting. Because because that's where we see the best control under weight and just making sure that they have the best performance. And that's something I noticed, especially starting to get higher in the sport, working around some of the top guys, that they were leaving that off the platform, right? Like you see, even, I'm going to give a little background information. I commentated at Advances Houston last year in October in Houston, and Austin Perkins, after his weigh-in, was he eating Panda, Chase?
Yeah, I think Panda and potato chips.
Panda and potato chips, which honestly, potato chips aren't bad. Potato chips are actually a good recomp food, but it wasn't like a grilled chicken or anything from Panda. It was like
chow mein.
Yeah, it was like chow mein, like the super high oil content. Like it was something probably fried that's going to be really upset on your stomach. And prior to that, I was even trying to bring it in, but seeing like the top level, the best athletes in the world not optimizing their nutrition, it's something that I saw. It's like, this is something they're leaving on the table. It's something that needs to be optimized so that athletes can have their best performance.
This is something new on the podcast, since a lot of it's just been about lifting weights in general. But have you felt like being a nutrition coach is a lot easier for somebody who weighs less or somebody who weighs more? Like, you feel like it doesn't really matter what weight they are for nutrition?
It's all dependent, because I'm going to be using the same kind of guideline ranges to set like macronutrient intake, and then my goal is to split up their macros within the day so that we have like stable blood glucose. We're getting solid energy levels throughout the whole day. We're not seeing any peaks and divots in those energy levels. It is easier for somebody that is leaner, because then your maintenance is usually higher, right? Their maintenance is usually quite a bit higher if they're more athletic. They're leaner, they're going to be getting more general activity. Somebody that has been tracking before is easier, because once we transition them into the more easily digestible structure of food and compare it, that's the main thing that I see a lot, is they're missing their micronutrients prior to working with me. They're deficient in some places, which I try to fulfill all those needs, and then their digestion just isn't great. Once we fix that, almost with every athlete that I've worked with, like y'all had Blaze on the previous podcast, their maintenance calorie jumps up like 300 to 400 calories within a month of working with me, just because we get them into a more efficient structure in which they're able to utilize and maintain energy levels.
Yeah, it just killed me whenever Blaze came on here. He's like, I'm eating like 1,700 calories. I was like, what do you mean, dude? Emma Lou, who weighs like 130 pounds or something, she's eating more than him. I was like, that's insane.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And it comes down to how consistent you are, how locked in you are. With Blaze, he wasn't. Yeah. I mean, like he came to me, he said he was eating like 1,800 to 2,000 calories. We've been working together like 6 weeks. We have him at 2,900 for maintenance now. And the goal is to just keep ramping that up, hopefully. Right, especially with him being 240, he should be eating way more. Yes, he weighs more than me.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah. How has it been for you as being a coach? Do you feel like you get more fulfillment out of being a coach than you are as a competitor for yourself? Or have you felt just overall more joy, I guess, being as a lifter?
Both of them have had their spotlight in that. Being an athlete, like especially up until the point of my injury, which I'm sure we'll go into at some point in this podcast, that was definitely the primary driver. And then once that happened and I had to kind of take a step back from pushing progression and being as strong as possible, is whenever coaching kind of gained the front line. And there are different types of fulfillment, I would say, whenever it's a personal athletic accomplishment or it's something that you've helped somebody else get to. I definitely do find great fulfillment in the athletes I've worked with, seeing them find success, right? There's no feeling that compares to you helping somebody else, even at the level of doing something great and accomplishing something yourself. But I don't know, I don't mean to go like too crazy deep into these the like psychology or the philosophy of this, but I feel like the biggest lasting impact you can make is that which you lend on to others. So I'd say, you know what, you've like through speaking it out, probably coaching has been more fulfilling to me.
It's really nice to see that. I mean, I feel like a lot of coaches just kind of, more recently, I feel like a lot of people have just been like copying and pasting, at least from what I've seen. There's not a whole lot of people who are super into like their clients, and I do feel like I see you a lot more answering messages or going somewhere just to talk through it, and it's really nice to see that with up and coming coaches and like yourself and everything, and it's nice to see that. So
Try to be. I mean, that's what I would. That's every coach that I've had has been very dialed in with me, talked a lot, and been into my training, and they've all made very big, lasting impacts on, I would say, both my in-gym like life and my outside of gym life. So if I can provide that for another person, love to, you know.
Yeah.
Not just be like a Chat GPT coach and just everything they get is just exact copy.
Yeah, a lot of people do. I mean, I've seen that quite a bit, but there's also kind of a misconception in the sport that everybody's more different than they think they are, I feel like. There's a lot of processes or like programming styles that the same two people are going to respond well to a very similar program if like body type structure is the same, weight class is the same, different variables, right? Every person has their intricacies, but I feel like any coach, like Caleb, you can even kind of respond to this. You have probably a template structure in what you work off, and then off the needs of the individual, the longer you work with them, then you adapt it more and more to them.
Yeah, definitely. Like at first, it's kind of generic starting out because you don't know what's going to work for them. At least from my point of view, it's just getting to know the athlete. So like a block or two is probably going to be relatively basic. Mm-hmm. It's not too crazy unless they obviously have experience. Then it'll probably be a little bit more basic into like programming. But yeah, it just takes me like I'd say 2 blocks to really understand what's going to work for them or what they might need. So I change that up depending on after usually 1 or 2 blocks.
Right. Finding that golden microcycle.
Exactly. Just finding something that works for them and then either sticking with it or making changes if nothing changes. I mean, for instance, like Hayden, who's competing tomorrow at Collegiate Nationals, I haven't really changed his program up a lot, if any. And he's just had really good progress with it. So why change it?
Right. Yeah. Stick with what works. Keep it simple.
Mm-hmm. You know. Sometimes it's kind of hard with like someone who's new powerlifting because they're just going to do really well anyway with whatever you give them. Just because they haven't done anything prior to that. And then it's like, all right, well, now they're starting to plateau and things like that a couple blocks in.
Yeah. Especially whenever they hit a point of where they're like, oh, shit, I'm not having a PR every single week. What's happening? Like, it's over kind of thing. And then they realize, oh, progress is not just I'm going to have this every single block or every single week. It's like it's going to take time. Once you're going to hit a wall. There's a thing as newbie gains that a lot of people start out with whenever you haven't lifted before and you get into like powerlifting. You'll have really good progression for a long time, but it doesn't mean you'll have that progression always. You're going to hit a wall eventually. And that's one thing that's so cool about powerlifting too, is that a lot of people will just give up, or they shouldn't give up and just keep pushing past it, and then they'll have really good progress.
Right. Yeah, that's something I see with a lot of people that are more beginner stages. Maybe they've ran template programs before working with me. They'll come to me, I'm their first coach, and we get them into like specified high frequency skill based powerlifting training, right? Because the more specification, more neurological skill you can build, the more output you can make in that movement pattern under the same amount of like actual muscle tissue you have. But then macro cycle, 2 macro cycles in, we see that we're not getting the same kind of progression on that because the program is structured around making them as skilled as possible. And once that skill is at max level of development, what's the next thing you do? You got to get more muscle. And that's a big problem we see in powerlifting is these people don't want to like work to put on tissue. Like another thing, I'm a much more of a bodybuilding fan than I am a powerlifter. Like even though like I compete in powerlifting, I coach powerlifting, I think you can take huge aspects from it because the main driver of being stronger is having more tissue. And then you can develop the expression, you can develop the force output capacity, you can develop the neurological skill practice of that muscle tissue within the movements, how you program it. So people need to get more jacked, stop skipping your accessories.
Yeah, I think a lot of people when they first get into powerlifting too, when they're new to the sport, it's like they immediately just want to jump into trying to get stronger and things like that. But when they don't have a lot of muscle mass or anything like that, you're saying, it's like first, like with some of my clients when they first started, it's all right, most of this block, I'm going to have you, push your accessories a little bit more, really like practice the lift, kind of practice the movements, kind of learn it, but then also just really push hard on, building the muscle so that you have that muscle to develop and get stronger with rather than, coming in with nothing, trying to get stronger is just like, it's going to take a lot more time rather than building that base.
Right. And airing off of that, another one that I hate, younger athletes cutting with minimal muscle, not having that much tissue. Like we're
or
not
you're not competitive when you cut.
we're either cutting into competition or just going into a deficit because they want to look better, right, for social media or whatever it might be. They want to be cool for the summer. And dude, it's like I understand the want to be lean and like to be jacked. It's cool, but whenever you're already at your skill ceiling, you're like 25% body fat or something, but you're 160 pounds. If you cut down to 10 to 15% body fat, you're gonna be bone, right? You're just gonna be bone and tendons. That's all we're gonna see. So even if you are a little bit fluffier, take the time to put on the tissue instead of, like, if you're in your first 2 years of competing or of just lifting, putting on muscle, like, sure, you could do maintenance periods. If you're too fluffy, don't get over like 25% body fat. That's probably not going to help you, but don't cut. You need to accrue that tissue. And like whenever you're first starting, accruing that tissue doesn't even really require a surplus, right? You can stay at maintenance and get bigger. So from the like new stimulus, right? The newbie gains and everything.
That's one thing that sucks too, is like whenever me and Claudia were part of OUPL, we got so many new people in there, right? And they were excited about lifting and whatnot, but they were never excited to compete. I feel like that was the hardest thing for them, was never wanting to compete for some reason, because they always were wanting to hit a certain number before they could compete.
Yeah, they're all like, because everybody, I feel like everybody always kind of does that, where like, I need to be this strong and then I can compete. But then you get that strong and then like nothing changes. You're just that strong now.
Yeah.
Another thing we also saw all the time in OUPL were people trying to cut, because they were like maybe like 5 pounds over a certain weight class, and they always just wanted to cut down. And at least my advice for them was always just go into the meet. Don't even worry about like cutting or trying to make weight or like dots or anything like that. Just focus on like going 9 for 9, hitting like PRs and like setting up a good total.
Especially for like a local meet, or you're new to the sport and it's your first meet. It's like you shouldn't be cutting for your first meet anyway. You're new to it. You're gonna get stronger.
Worried about dots or anything.
Yeah, no, it's like, but you'd be surprised about how many people start thinking about those kinds of things because they're around other people who talk about it, who've been in the sport for 3-4 years, whatever, and they're around them and they're like, oh, I want to be like that too. And it's like, you need to give it time. We've been lifting longer than you.
Yeah.
You know?
Especially when they have no idea like what goes into a meet.
Yeah.
And if they hear about dots, they're like, oh, I gotta get good dots for this.
Yeah, and then they dot 380.
We had someone, I think, like email us or something, or message us about like asking us questions. About powerlifting, and they were like, so for my next attempt, so I just like go up and down.
I told them what my attempts are going to be, like how do dots and everything work. I'm like, this is your first meet and you're asking all these questions.
I was like, brother, you just gotta Google it and then just go off of that and just show up, dude.
I was just like, well, just first, just come and compete first, and then you can maybe worry about that later. So many people, again, like they always just worry about the numbers kind of thing instead of just focusing on themselves first. Especially at a local meet where you're probably not going to have any competition to begin with. You might have 1 or 2 other people in your weight class, but like you should be focusing on getting yourself better and you hitting your attempts, not, oh, I should be hitting this dots number. I need to be beating this person on their total, whatever. Yeah. But they just lose track of that a lot of times because they're new to the sport and they want to be the most competitive that they can be.
If you're not a national level competitor, you should not be acute cutting. You can do caloric cuts, get leaner, get more competitive within that if you take like specified time and training to do so, and make sure you're eating at maintenance or in a surplus into your competition. But if you're doing an acute water load, water cut, gut cutting, anything along those lines, and you're not going to be top 10 at nationals, get better first. Like,
I think you just need to be healthy. Just be healthy while you live.
Be healthy, be strong. Like focus on absolute numbers first. You can worry about dots later if you're gonna. I guess also maybe best lifter at a local level comp. That's a big achievement. For like more introductory big achievement, you could cut for that. You could do an acute cut for that. But if you're worried more about like at your local meet, am I going to place first at a local meet? It doesn't matter.
It's
going to matter if you put another 50 pounds on your total and you come second in the weight class up. That's going to be better.
Compared to you going 6 for 9 and then you miss all your thirds because you want to beat that person, but then you make yourself worse by doing that and chasing somebody.
Yeah, and then you also have like just the strength drop from the cut in the first place. So don't do that.
please. Just good advice overall. Please do not cut for your first meet if you ever were doing that. Please don't.
Yeah.
I think we were talking with Josh, right? On a couple of podcasts ago with we were talking about like West Side or something.
Yeah.
And about how like extreme they take it just for like a local meet.
Yeah.
Just all the gear and all the hardcore training and just to go win their
My
local.
back.
They got like dudes sleeping in their cars so they can afford to buy drugs and train.
Or that they can train at
And
the
now
gym.
they're getting
too.
outlifted by people like Chase.
Yeah.
And he's natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that
Yeah,
for
this
what?
guy's not natural.
Supposedly
Yeah, I know.
natural.
Yeah, I know he's not natty. Look at him.
Supposedly.
I haven't seen his blood work, so
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't release your blood work, dude.
Yeah. Taylor, I don't know if you know this, but one of the podcasts, Seth, he was like saying like how like all these like natural lifters aren't natural because they don't post their blood work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was just
How do you
What
feel
do you think
about
about
that?
that?
Yeah.
I've had the same conversation with Seth probably a good 5 times.
You've had it quite often.
and then he always
too.
brings up Jesus.
Yeah.
And the capacity for these athletes, I feel like it's a separation a lot in skill practice, right? And the primary distribution difference that we're going to see from untested to tested is how fast somebody can fill out their weight class. And if we're looking on the higher end of like the weight classes, yeah, the untested earlier on, like junior records, we're seeing a distribution much higher because people can get that much muscle tissue faster. But in the lower weight classes, somebody like Austin Perkins, it's not hard, even if you're 5'4" or whatever Austin is, to be 163 pounds at 15%, 13% body fat. It's not hard to do that naturally, right? He just has phenomenal insertions. He has phenomenal programming. He has really good skill practice. They've milked out all the frequency. Like the primary driver of these secondary drugs, these exogenous drugs, are going to be to gain more muscle. I know there are compounds that will allow for like acute sympathetic nervous drive upregulation. You're going to be a little bit stronger from that. But the same people taking those compounds usually don't have as much skill practice or the as good programming as somebody on the tested side. So that's where we're seeing the distribution of like some tested athletes are stronger, even though they're natural. It's because we have better programming, and in the lighter weight classes especially, it's not hard to get that much muscle. It's not that higher weight classes. It's hard to say. With somebody with Jesus, he's 400 pounds, right? So like he's 400 pounds, like 30% body fat, probably has like 280 pounds of lean mass. And like I also don't think that's hard to accrue 280 pounds of lean mass if you can hold 400 pounds in general healthily, right? Their arguments is having people like pull out of competition early, or in certain case scenarios. You go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I also just feel like you would typically, like when people drop that much weight too, it's like you're gonna have a loss of like how much weight you can lift. Like Seth had brought up like Russell Orhe, you know, a lot of times he would drop 20, 30 pounds because he was over whenever he's 183. You know, so I was just like bringing that up. I was like, well, no, he's losing cutting a large amount of weight over time
for a 2-hour weigh-in.
He's like, or they're just not taking the drugs.
Yeah, or he's coming off.
They
and
stopped. They cycled off their drugs, and
Yeah.
that's what happened.
And they lose a bunch of weight from that, which is, I don't really find the benefit there, because once again, like with how long Russ has been in the sport, you can be 200 pounds jacked, right? That's not hard to do. And if he's not taking the drugs around the time of competition, then he's not getting the sympathetic nervous drive like benefit to where he's going to be stronger from the drug. And also, they don't understand how kind of these top guys do get tested, right? There is really poor testing, especially at the local level in the U.S., and more like the local level in every country. But for the people that get to Worlds, for the people that get to Sheffield, they're getting random at-home blood tests consistently. They're getting P-tests regularly. They are like, Nonso just got an 18-month suspension because he forgot to reply to an email, and they're still testing him on his suspension.
Oh, really?
They're testing him every few months on his suspension until he competes again.
Wow.
So, and they take it seriously, and like the amount of science we have to kind of like see the metabolites of drug breakdown, see this and that. There are some drugs out there that can't be caught in a screen, like growth hormone or something, because the half-life's so short. But I don't think it's like that big of a level where they're really rampant usage at the top end of the IPF or anything.
I do get worried though, because even USAPL is downsizing on their drug testing percentage now. So like at every local meet level, we went from 10% to 5% now. So a 40-person meet, I'm only having to drug test 2 people now.
Right.
It's a little scary for drug tested free drug sport, that a federation that they're going for. I do get a little bit nervous about that for a lot of the athletes in just a local level, because people who may not ever go to nationals or whatever may not ever want to compete because of that.
Yeah.
Seeing less drug testing being done, they're going to be like, oh, well, this person can just be on drugs and compete and never be tested.
Yeah.
So I do get worried about that, but
I won't say who, but there is at least one person in the gym that I am aware that's doing like the local meet that is blasting a whole bunch of peptides. That's doing the USAPLB. So, but
we'll cut this out.
We'll
cut it out. Who is it?
Who is it? Who is it, Chase? Who's doing it?
no idea.
All right. Well,
Yeah, that's fine. We'll figure it out. Whenever we drug test them at the meet, or she.
imagine he's clean. He's
Then-
just like,
He's like not on anything at all. Actually, he's just putting salt, like sweet, like just some sugar water into his arm.
We just wasted drug
Saline.
you're in the bathroom with him. He's just like, I don't know, man. It's just, I can't do it.
Let's find a way to get back to this.
Yeah. Let's not.
We'll just cut out that whole segment.
Yeah, we'll not do that. Let's
We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling.
Colin's like,
Fuck Chase.
you brought up Fat Woman. We have to tag Spencer on this one.
This is a perfect segment for Spencer.
If only
dude.
he was here. No.
No, the fat girls forced him to delete his Instagram and
Yeah,
his TikTok.
The fats won.
Damn it, they beat him.
Got to him.
They couldn't. He couldn't win it after the end.
I bet people probably think he like is completely gone. He's off those social media. He's not on the podcast.
Did he get off his like? Did he cancel out his like Instagram?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
it's
Yeah.
gone,
Really?
dude. It's gone.
Oh, I didn't
The
realize
one
that.
tried
damn.
like looking up the other day, and he asked me, and he was like, "Yeah, bro, I think he last time he told me he like deleted all of his social media."
He's supposed to be back after this week, but we'll see.
Yeah, I looked at because he's not tagged in any of our stuff anymore.
Womp
What a
womp.
guy, dude.
Womp womp.
Yeah. Still in Battlefield 6 though, that's for sure.
He's still playing Battlefield, but he's off like Instagram.
Yeah, dude. He's got a serve, dude.
You see him down there with mines. He's over here like.
I just see
trying to
his little
defuse
fucking
him.
robot just
Bro, I love the
disable
robot.
tanks.
No.
Caleb was supposed to get on last night. He didn't.
You didn't either, so.
I played marathon yesterday.
Is it? Oh, fuck. Let's talk about video games. Fuck it. Let's go.
That's fun.
Do you like marathon?
I love marathon. It's so much fun.
Bungie took so much money from me. I can't play it.
From what?
From him, because Destiny.
Yeah, Bungie.
Oh.
I dropped a couple bans on that probably throughout my whole life.
Yeah, I stopped playing Destiny, the first Destiny, like pretty early on. I never touched Destiny 2, and now I'm enjoying Marathon a lot. I like it a lot more than Arc Raiders.
Destiny 1 was so peak. Destiny 2 was so bad. Destiny 1 was just so peak.
I've
they
been playing
ruined
that
it.
since you were like 5.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Since he was born or something. I don't know.
Is that 2012?
It was like
2013,
20,
Okay.
yeah.
2014, something like that.
God, you're a fucking
Yeah.
little baby.
I would have been 8.
So when's your next powerlifting meet?
So I don't know. I was actually talking about this with my coach. He told me if I went in to do Rising Tide, I could, and I was able to get into the primetime spot. But I've kind of talked to everybody here. Like I just want to like fix all my issues and I'll like compete again. So until I fix my grip, fix everything else, so there's really no plans of competing for me. So
What about you, Tanner? Oh, sorry. He said ever.
I mean, it's true. It's like I don't want to keep competing if I keep having grip issues. So I don't see the point of that.
Yeah, it's,
But I'll get it fixed out. Like I'll get it fixed.
You will.
It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
it's only a matter of time. Hold up the watch.
The rabbit watch.
Yeah.
All roads lead to Rome.
Every time like it's third deadlift, the rabbit's
Yeah, just tick tock. What about you, Tanner? When do you think you
Yeah.
can beat next?
I have Powerlifting America Age Division Nationals
Okay.
in like 6 weeks, I
Oh,
think.
okay.
Yeah, Corpus Christi. Be competing as a junior 105 competitor.
Oh yeah, so you're finally, because you are gonna go down. Okay.
Yeah.
How's the weight cut been?
It's been good. It's been pretty chill, especially with like I'm Catholic with Lent.
Yeah.
Less
so
eating
less.
is normal, so it's been easy to get body weight down. And yeah, I was like 235 yesterday morning, which I believe is 106.8.
Oh yeah, she pretty much is right
I'm there.
Yeah.
I had a talk with me and Chase's nutrition coach, and we said, yeah, we're not going to lose any more weight. We're just going to do an acute cut, see where we end up. I'm pretty hopeful for the positioning. I haven't seen the roster yet because they don't have it uploaded because a lot of people were dropping out, so they took the roster down. Yeah.
PA's been weird about that.
PA's been really
with their,
weird.
like, setting up the meets recently, I've noticed.
Yeah, because the public roster was up for like 2 months or something.
Yeah.
And then now you can't access it. They may have it up by now, but the last time I checked, which was 2 days ago, couldn't access it. And I heard from Mo of Load the Kilos that the reason was because they had mass dropouts. So just having less. So I have no clue what my competition looks like. Last time I checked, it looked nice. Looked like a podium is very realistic.
Yeah.
But we're gonna see what is to come.
I wish Dylan would have been on here too, so we could talk to him about it. But he's lame and didn't want to be here.
Yeah.
He's lifting
He's
in
on
the
aux
other
right
room.
now.
He's here.
Yeah.
This is his music.
I'm literally gonna tell him to come in here. Then.
Is he literally here right now?
Yeah, that's what he's playing. Yeah, this is him. He's like the only person that plays the song.
He's here and he's lame. All right, that's messed up. He could have worked out right after this. I'm not gonna ask him about how he's gonna be doing in first competition.
He is brutally injured right now, so you got to give him some. Give him some grace.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I
he's
know,
hurt.
his quad.
Yeah.
Is he still doing it? Is he thinking about dropping or what?
No, he won't. He wouldn't drop out.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah. So he should be good. And hopefully about 2 weeks is what me and him are talking about. And then, I was talking to Dylan. His baseline is just so strong. Like I think his baseline could easily win. Like now, since he got injured, there is like a case where he could lose, but I think his baseline is just way too high.
Yeah. Which
His
I
bench
do.
isn't- Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good. I do the nutrition for Dylan, and body weight's in a very comfortable position. Making weight's not going to be hard, and his recovery on the quad injury has been going smoothly. So I think he's going to show up well. And that's
I mean, his bench doesn't seem to be affected by it, or with his leg drive or anything. I haven't really seen his deadlift much either, but I don't really know. I just know his squat obviously took a big hit from it.
I mean, his baseline for squat, what me and him were talking, I think it's like 305, 310.
It's
Like
so
I think
crazy.
he could like squat 2 reps for like a month and still squat 305, 310.
yeah.
That's fucking nutty. Gosh.
Yeah.
If he was here, you would not be saying this. You'd be
You'd
talking
be
so
like,
much
"You're
shit.
He'd be like, "No, I can squat 330
He'd be
right
like,
now."
you're Dylan's probably gonna lose.
Yeah. I can out squat him right now.
I could though, but
Yeah, definitely. My arm is definitely bruised from the bar yesterday. Yeah, we didn't say it on the podcast, but are you gonna post it?
I posted like my last one, but I didn't like say anything though. So I got like double raped yesterday. So I had my week 4 squat yesterday. I had a pretty heavy triple. I was gonna take 317 for 3, which is like almost 700 pounds, and my last warm-up was 280, 617 pounds, and it moved really good. I was like super confident, and then I just re-racked it, and I never do this. I like missed the rack, and like it fell down onto like the bench height rack, and like kind of like it shook me a little bit, but I was like, it's okay, I'm just still gonna go up no matter what. And then going up, it was either the clip failed or I just didn't like put the clip on the whole right side. I have a little like bar tilt, and then when I was walking out, the weight just like completely slid off. And then like started rolling down my back, and then like that's like it forced me to like drop the bar. So
Yeah, nobody got hurt, thank goodness. Chase is okay too, so.
Imagine
thank
turn around
God.
and shoes just laid
yeah,
out.
dude, I felt so bad. Like I turned around, I was like, bro, please. I just like I didn't want like those videos where like someone like catches a bar with like their bicep.
Oh,
I just
yeah.
didn't want to like turn
Yeah.
around and like see something like that.
There was a dude that video.
Dude.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Chase.
no.
You said there's a dude.
That was a dude that like lost his finger.
Ooh.
Oh, I saw that at the local USAPL meet.
Oh
like,
my gosh, really?
There was a local USAPL meet in like Las Vegas where a guy like lost his finger.
Like spotting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did it land
Well,
on it, or-
there was also
Yeah.
another time. I was thinking another time where like the dude like he got his they were spotting him, and they had like the face savers, and he like grabbed the bar weird, and then the bar landed and it like cut his finger off.
Oh,
Oh, you know Ashton Fisher, the Ottawa 105?
Yes, his finger got really messed up.
Yeah, he was out for a while. He had he was benching 500 something. This guy is ridiculously strong. I'm very glad he's not going to be at H Division Nationals because I'd be competing against him.
Didn't one of your clients here like had to go to the ER because like his finger got caught, like he was spotting and it got clipped?
Possibly. I don't recall.
Okay, I could have sworn. I remember you were talking to me about it. You were like the 2 younger like Hispanic kids
Oh yeah. I don't coach them anymore.
Okay.
But yeah, a while back I had an athlete who was squatting and went back into the rack, got I believe his pinky finger caught between the J hook and the bar,
Ugh.
and he had to go to the ER, get stitched up. Yeah.
It reminded me of whenever Chris.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we're all like celebrating, and Josh is like walking up happy because like
It's not funny, but it was so funny.
It was funny.
It's funny now, but in the moment, like,
Dude, I'm glad no one's died.
dude, there's been some bad fails sometimes. I mean, unfortunately, Alan, who I'm not coaching anymore, had the bar just completely like fell on him. After that, he went 8 for 9, so pretty good. Really,
I remember
good
I was
meet.
back there and he came back and he's shaking. He's like, I don't know what just happened.
It was so bad because honestly, I thought he was like gonna bomb out because of that. Like that's such a hard thing to come back from. He could have been kicked out of the meet. Like so
Wasn't
many
it
things.
just like
You were like,
It
Hunter,
just
please don't
brace
kick
him.
me
yeah,
out."
well, yeah. I was
You were
like, please don't, like, because the meet director can kick somebody out if they, drop the bar because you're not supposed to. Like, like if you drop it, you could injure somebody really badly. Possibly break something, and whoever is behind you spotting. And it just, unfortunately, the bar, how he set up, he just slipped back because he was trying to get more upright, and it just fell behind him.
yeah, he takes a deep breath and
Yep,
comes up
yep,
and then it just
So yeah, and don't do that. After that, he didn't ever do that again.
Yeah.
make sure you clip the weights too. Make sure you clip
Yes,
the weights.
make sure the clips are on there, guys. That's also why I check the weight every time whenever I'm going up
Dylan
now.
was just like staring at like the unclipped
He's
clips
just
and just like didn't care.
he's gonna be one
It probably
of me
was
now.
clipped
It's
and
gonna
he just-
hurt.
he said,
Yeah,
he said,
well-
make fun of me and my quad injury,
Yeah.
huh?
Well, one thing I always try to do when I'm like spotting someone is like I actually unclip it, then like push the weight all the way forward into the collar and then reclip it, just to make sure there's like no wiggle room. But not for me, I guess.
Yeah, he didn't care. You make sure he's safe all the time.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, I really care about you, Dylan. Dylan goes,
He was too stoic to say anything about it.
he was like,
He didn't want to lose Ara going, Chase, no!
yeah, the camera was on, so he's like,
When I got to the gym, he was like, "Chase, I'm gonna kick your leg out in like the 3rd rep." That's what he said.
Dude, you guys were talking shit at one point to each other, and you hit him with something crazy. You're just like, at least I wasn't just like, take it.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
Yeah, he can't even defend himself. He chose not to defend
I
himself.
know,
actually.
he could have been on here defending himself right now, but he's too busy
You're
lifting
welcome.
right now.
Too good for us.
He's so lame.
Yeah.
It's only because he's not here while I'm saying this, so. If he ever decides to listen to this, it's over.
Yeah, if Spencer was here, you guys would probably still be talking about nutrition and bodybuilding, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he would just be going over about like
He's
what he eats.
J3 Universe certified. So
Huh?
J3
J3U.
certified. Yeah, he's certified. So.
Yeah, okay. That's the reason why Chase brings it up. John Jewett is a bodybuilder that I really like. I think he took 11th in the Open Olympia in 2024. And he puts out a lot of really good information on
Call
just
Dylan.
nutrition and bodybuilding training, hypertrophy training. And they have a university style like online program. It's not an actual university, but it's a certification to
Hold on, Tanner.
have that.
He's.
Yeah.
Can you tell him to
Yeah,
turn it down?
To voicemail.
Oh my gosh. Bro.
No way.
You heard the music stop.
Yeah, you would have stopped. He just didn't
Yeah.
care. Like he knows it's too
Yeah.
loud too.
That's also very
I
irrelevant,
swear-
so we can cut that out.
I swear, he like just now turned it up too.
That's why I got worried. I was like, okay,
Oh,
it's
he's
starting to
turning
get
it
way
down.
too loud.
That's what I was worried about with the mics being all the way up because I could see the music. making it.
It'll do that anyway, even if it's low.
Yeah.
Listen, no matter what, usually we'll get a little bit of music on here, on this. It doesn't matter.
They know it's a gym.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
It's a good thing no one's deadlifting because it's so loud.
We're like Hayden screaming.
Yeah, when Hayden was screaming, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was
dude.
wild.
It was so loud. Just for Emma to like
the whole
fail a
podcast
double.
just stop.
She was screaming for like 20 seconds, and
I
you hear the
know.
deadlift drop, and then that was her first rep out of 2.
Yeah,
That was
not
rough.
not good. You have another rep and you just hear, stop. Go. 20 minutes later, she's still pulling.
So Claudio, are you doing nats?
No.
Okay.
He's
This is the first time hearing. I'm his coach.
oh
No. I told you I was probably gonna do the meet in July
Yeah.
because doing USAPL nationals wasn't gonna
be realistic.
Are you going to be able to
Yeah.
compete if we do a PA night here in it?
No
Huh?
double champ for you, Claudio?
No, I was never gonna be champ. What?
Well, you already won national champion. You can get the double champ. So
No, no, no. But what are you talking about, Caleb?
What meet are you trying to do in July?
I'm looking at the Elysium meet in San
Oh,
Antonio.
okay.
It'll be
PA?
like, yeah, PA. It'll be like in July
Oh, okay.
ish.
where's that at?
San Antonio. Elysian. That's where Jesus
yes.
trains.
Okay, yeah. That's a really nice gym. Really nice gym.
Have you been?
No, but like it's a gym with the big mural of like Wimpenyama and like Jesus with the lightning in his eyes.
Yeah.
So it's like it's like a 30-foot warehouse.
That's actually so crazy.
Yeah, I know.
I need to do that.
Wait, him and who?
We're gonna do that. We're gonna get all 4 of the owners. We're gonna have
Hate
it
that,
in
dude.
here.
I don't know. Do they have Jesus on the wall? I know they
Yeah,
have.
no, they do. It's like him and Wimpenyama.
Why do
That's
they have
Wemby.
Wemby? Why do they have Wemby on it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, Spurs.
Why?
It's San
Yeah,
Antonio.
yeah.
Yeah, but still,
That still feels
it's
so
like-
random.
Well,
We
it's
should get
not-
an SGA.
Yeah, we should.
It's
Get
not
a-
just a powerlifting gym. It's just
Okay.
it's a high-end training facility, and they
Okay.
have.
Pretty sure it's a boxing gym as well.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I didn't know that.
Probably have a basketball court in there too or something.
Yeah,
I'm sure they do if they have
Yeah,
that.
outside. Yeah.
Yeah, because they have they have a Sebum mural. They have Wimpenyama. I guess they have that too. I didn't know they
Yeah.
had Jesus.
We should get Alec, I guess, with lightning in his eyes.
No, it should be like the Chad Thundercock. He's just wearing like a very black cowboy hat.
His chin just. He looks just like him, bro. Alec Thundercock.
I wish he was a state trooper. He'd be so cool.
God, dude, he'd be too powerful.
With his hat like really down low.
He'd be way too powerful.
Yeah, he told us he would chase a girl, and then when he caught her, he like broke her arm, her ribs,
Yeah.
her leg. Like he destroyed.
Because of how big he is, and like, I mean, he's like 250 pounds.
The tackler.
Yeah.
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 So
And
we're
like
just laughing about it.
running after her, there's no way that he wouldn't like 100 and something pound woman's like, yeah, he's gonna just
Yeah,
fucking
105 world's strongest man
Yeah.
versus petite woman.
Yeah.
Petite criminal.
It's not gonna end well for her. I'll just say that one.
Like, he can throw a 100-pound sandbag like 20 feet into the air.
Like her body weight, you could chuck her.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's the goat right there.
What's been one of the hardest things about coaching for you? Like a common thing that you struggle with, or like clients are bad about?
What is Claudio bad about?
Yeah.
Communicating.
That's exactly what I was gonna also say. Just in general, is athletes that don't consistently send me their training or don't fill out their sheets.
Just to slowly like look over at Claudio when you're saying this too.
Claudio, I know he's been in it long enough. His tech's good. Like even whenever I do have feedback for him, it's usually just like, you did good. Here's maybe the load projection for next week. So like with him, he's a somewhat of a special case where it's not a huge deal. But for other athletes that I know need technical improvements, I need to be on top of seeing their like visual feedback, and then I won't get communication, or they'll send me a week, 2 weeks of footage at a time. So I'm not going to spend a half hour on one check-in, right? Like a coach, you're going into your check-ins, you're watching the training from the day, you're thinking you're going to spend 5 minutes on this check-in. You're going to do that for however many athletes you have. I have 30 plus athletes, right? So that's a decent amount of time in the day. If somebody sends me 30-minute check-in, you're going to get out of me what I'm going to give you at that point, like, because it's a give and take here, right? I get you're paying me, but you're also paying me in the structure that I told you we were going to be working in the first place. So if you go away from that structure, you're not going to be getting the same kind of service you would if you were consistent with the structure you agreed to, right? So lock in your communication.
I know one thing that's very common. I was talking about Dylan with this. He has like a lot of athletes that just won't send him any videos, and when he'll ask him, they'll send all like his like the week or week and a half training videos all at once. Then you can't respond to that.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. It's just like it's just too much information, and it's just like you just can't.
Right.
Like, at all.
I used to try to do it, and like I'd be sending like 10, 15-minute voice messages back. They're not going to absorb that information. So I would just probably watch just the primaries from the week. I mean, I would still watch everything, but I would only really comment on the primaries from the week. Be like, these are the major things you need to attack. I feel like if you're sending anything longer than like a 4 or 5 minute voice message, you're getting way too convoluted. They're not going to be able to absorb any of the information.
Because you can definitely do too much information, and then it does no good for them. They're going to be listening to the whole thing and get nothing out of it.
Yeah, and if you give them like 3-4 cues, right, they're going to be thinking about all of them at once, and then they're going to mess up the things that they didn't mess up before. And it's a cycle of crap.
I don't know if you've had, like, I've had issues in the past where I've given lifters some cues or whatever, and then they change them up again, and they don't continue with the same cue, so then their progress just doesn't go as well as they want it to, or I want it to, and then they change back, and then they have really good progression. You're like, I've been telling you this for I don't know how many weeks,
Right.
and you decide to change it on me. Have you had, like, issues with that as well?
Yeah. I don't know about, like, mental cueing.
Yeah.
Maybe, like, setting up in a certain position or, like, variation restriction through the technique. Maybe they just don't give as much intent to, like, a tempo squat or something, right? They're not tempoing it, or they're not pausing it. When we have that, like, most of the time, a variation restriction is going to be in there so that you don't have to do a mental cue. Like, we're going to get a response we would from a mental cue without actually having to think about it. So maybe I've struggled with it there, but mental cueing, usually if it just doesn't work from what I tell them, I come up with a new one that would try to. I also, because I have a decent understanding of, like, anatomy and, like, just physiology and structure, anytime I give a cue, I also give an explanation of what's actually physically happening. And usually they can build their own cue around that makes it work a little better if they can, like, understand why what I'm cueing, what I'm trying to get out of it, right? What portion of our body, like, are we going into this much flexion in this portion of our spine or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
It's beneficial.
That's fair.
Yeah,
All right, next question, Caleb. Next
in my
question.
defense for being back communicator, I was coached by Kyle for a while, and he was so bad at, like,
Bro got
taking
PTSD.
taking weeks to respond.
It was so bad,
like,
dude.
I would have to, like, beg for him to give me my program.
Yeah, like the day of, it'd be like he would wait to program us until we're at the gym, and we're like,
I got to the point where, like, I would text him, like, 2 hours before I actually got to the gym. I would tell him, like, I'm at the gym. So by the time I got there, I have it.
there was times where I would post on my story memes of, like, programming that Kyle had not been given to me, and then he programmed me after that. I have memes saved in my photos of just him not programming me. That's how bad it was.
Jeez.
But I am an adult, and it is on me to get better. But I've been trained bad.
Yeah. Got a little bit of preconditioning there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing. I mean, I've had a lot of athletes do something similar. I've had a few athletes, a few very particular. Chase knows who I'm talking about. Don't bring it up. But that just won't communicate at all, period. Yeah. And it's like, so I have an athlete in particular that I only see his videos if I look at his Instagram.
No, I think I know you told me.
Yeah. And if you're watching this, you know who you are. I love you. I love you as an athlete. I'm happy to be your coach. You need to do better. You need to send me your stuff. You got to do better. That's why you failed your squat the other day.
Damn.
If we were in consistent communication, that would not have happened. And then I see the same guy post problems and, like, questions. Oh, like, I've had this bench issue for a couple weeks. Yeah, because you haven't sent me any footage in 3 months.
Tanner, he's too busy playing CrossFit.
Oh yeah, he's no.
Who is this?
Who is this?
I'll
We
bleep
can
I'll
cut it
block
out.
He's, like, sponsored by, you know, like,
He's
the CrossFit
sponsored by.
Dude, I need to look. I don't know.
For a second, I thought you were also talking about, like, Jordan McKinley too.
He's not bad. I mean, he
I was
just.
about to say, dang, you have multiple athletes with an issue like that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I've had but I'm also, like, I'm very self-reliant, so it comes to a point where if another person isn't doing what, I'm not going to tell them. I'm not going to reach out to you to tell you to communicate to me.
Oh, this
Oh,
guy.
okay. Yeah.
If you want to quit working with me,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
I
Oh,
lose
yeah.
the money, and I'll get an athlete that I like working with, and I'll get money back from them.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
It's like there's a good amount of give and take on it. It's like, of course, you're getting paid for it, and that's nice. But sometimes as an athlete, a coach and athlete thing, it's like you owe your coach also a responsibility to talk to them, communicate to, and be like, oh, there's been times where people have been telling me, like, oh, I've been injured for a week. I'm like, why are you just now telling me this? Or I can't. How was I supposed to know this if you don't tell me? And then I program them numbers that are higher, whatever, than the previous week. And they're like, I can't do this today. I'm like, why can't you do this today? My hand's been injured or whatever. I'm like, why are you just now
Yeah,
telling
why
me
not?
this?
That's like almost. I feel like Nate has the worst with William, dude. The stuff he told us.
Yeah.
How he went out of the country and never told him.
There's times where
And
Williams also hit a triple when he had a single the year before too.
Yeah, I had an athlete in the past that I I've heard through the grapevine has talked poorly about me because I ghosted them after they ghosted me for months at a time. And like they would be training consistently for a couple weeks. I was also coaching them for free at the time. This was a while back before I was like actually established.
Was this a girl?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And they would train for a couple weeks. They would send me their footage. Training would be going very well. That we would maybe have 2 blocks back to back with consistent training. Then they would disappear for 3 weeks, and then they would text me, "I'm ready to start training again." And after about the 4th or 5th time of this happening, I just stopped answering because I was just worked up about it.
I was gonna say, have you had more issues since you started getting paid for it and like your coaching has become more like your main job and like everything, or?
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
No, since it's became like a full-time thing. Most of my athletes, I mean, like I said, right now I do have a couple of athletes that lack on communication, but it definitely is charging a fee for a service that is like, it's a decent amount of money.
That's also why like I brought that up, just because I was like, you're paying, an athlete is paying a coach a certain amount of money. It's like you do not, if I was paying somebody, it's like I want to get the most out of my coach, whatever. It's like that's the whole point of paying for a coach, is to get the most out of it, whether it be communication for that or just overall feedback on your lifts or maybe food, whatever. It's just, that's the idea of a coach, is somebody you should go to, especially if you're paying them.
Right.
You know, it's like kind of a responsibility you have as a coach as well to give feedback. It's so surprising that people don't use that enough, I feel like.
I definitely agree, and I think with a lot of newer coaches, even if they're very high capability, they're very intelligent, they know how to like make athletes stronger, that's their job, a lot of them undercharge, and they get poor athletes because they're undercharging. And a big thing that a lot of people argue is like, I'm working mainly with college students, I'm working mainly with high schoolers, they don't have a lot of disposable income. That's true, but also the people that you want to work with, the people that are going to put in the effort, the people that are going to train, they're going to do all their sessions every week, they're going to track their variables, they're willing to pay you $150 a month, right? If you are a good enough coach, which do the research first. Something's happening in there.
Yeah, I know.
But
We got a PR going on.
Yeah, I know, I heard.
He's doing rubs. He's rubbing that
Damn,
shit.
yeah.
Don't know.
But that kind of falls in line with us getting rid with the free day pass, where kind of
Yeah.
like you set
Yeah.
some sort of like precedent where like you paid to come here, so you're gonna treat it a little bit better. You're just
Yeah.
come in here, like trash the place.
Yeah, and also with that, kind of what Tanner's saying, the undercharging like coaches, people like won't take you serious if you're not charging enough. Like people will just like completely disregard all like the information you're giving them just because like there is no incentive behind what they're giving you. Like, and that incentive is like money. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's especially like if you're paying somebody $150, it's like, at least for me, it's like I want to get my money's worth. You know, it's like you're spending that amount of money. That's a lot of money to be giving to somebody and not getting anything out of it. You know, like it just confuses me a lot of times when people want to spend that amount of money and not have good communication with you, not want to get feedback, not want to just talk to you. It's kind of crazy to me sometimes, but it happens. It's common, you know.
It does, and then you maybe I reach out to the client a couple times about it, and if they end up they're burnt out, it usually means they're burnt out of lifting in general. So I'll give them the talk of like, are you burnt out? Like, what do we need to do here? Like, we can drop frequency, de-specify, give you a period where you can like lift a little bit more for somewhat enjoyment while keeping in enough skill that when you retransition, it's not going to be a huge barrier. But sometimes it's like other life circumstances get in the way. They don't want to do it anymore, and they don't want to stay on top of stuff. Cancel the subscription, find a new athlete, right? And it's like I really value each individual athlete I work with, but I value you more the more we communicate, because I know you better, and like I'm actually going to be more invested.
Yeah, it's another thing too, is like you're getting to know them more too. So like it also feels more. It's not like this person just paying me this money, it's whatever. It just becomes more of like
Relationship.
Yeah.
Exactly. More of like you're actually establishing a relationship with them.
Yeah,
you know,
'cause
like a family member. You know?
I care more about their progress and like the doing the service in the first, just from receiving like the payment, right? That's like what's the requirement is, but being as invested as to somebody. Like I've had many athletes not many. I'd say I've had a few athletes that I've worked with, and then maybe they've, for other life circumstances, couldn't keep up with their payment or something, and we have to cancel subscription. I'll either continually work with them for a couple months after, or just anytime they have a question, I'm still going to answer them because we built up that kind of relationship, like you said, in the first place.
Right.
Yeah.
Very nice.
You have anything to say about that, Chase?
No, I think that's like a right thing to do. I know some coaches, just like from what I've heard, if like if they're not able to keep up with their payments, they'll just like completely ghost them, unfollow them on Instagram, cut off all communication. So I think, Tanner, that's like a much better approach, because especially people go through like times of having money and not money. So like when they do eventually are able to afford again, they're most likely going to be the guy they go back to first. So
Yeah, and doing something like that is going to build a lot more client-based loyalty.
yeah,
Like-
it's also word of mouth too. That's like the biggest thing, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Burning
I feel like-
bridges
yeah, I feel
usually
like
isn't very good.
in powerlifting for sure, it's more so like hearing about somebody as a good coach, or this person's coaching this person. They've been coaching them for this long, so clearly they have are a good coach.
Because Tanner, this is not me like saying anything about you, but your follower to client ratio is very high.
Yeah.
Like most people that have way more followers than you that are like an established coach have like actually a lot less clientele. So
Yeah, my conversion rate, that's something I'm happy with, because I do know a lot of people that have coached that are also like top level athletes. Like I would say I'm decent, but like the only reason I'm maybe stepping on the podium at age nationals is because some people aren't showing up. It's like I'm not at the highest level of the sport, or at least in contention to be like a winner at a national level. But because of that, not that many people on the local level know me, but most coaches know who I am, because my results I've got people speak for themselves, and then that spreads out, and I get good word of mouth has been what has built me the most. Coming to local level competitions, helping people at local level competitions, just answering questions. Always, if you aren't strapped for time, always give another person time, right? Unless you have like an absolute necessity that you gotta go do something, and then if you see that person, they're asking you something like, hey, next time I will talk to you, I'll give you what you need, but I gotta go right now. It's just always being respectful to another person is paid off like dividends. And because I even recently, like 3 weeks ago, I took on a new athlete. I think he might be here. He told me he was doing his peak SBD. We're doing like a mock meet today, so he might be here right now. That might be who was lifting. His name's Tyler Dean. A few months ago, like 4 months ago, I've talked to him in the gym every month or so. I'd ask a couple questions. Then out of nowhere, he was just like, hey, ready to start coaching. I'm like, cool, sweet, let's go. Let's run it.
Yeah.
So just give people time, give them good information. If you are a good coach and you have the knowledge to be a good coach, you will receive clients. Just put it out there. Let people know that you have the information.
That's fair. I like that.
Yeah.
You're gonna be pushing social media a lot more.
The intention is to do better at it. I don't post too much, at least recently. I think my only posts have been like coaching graphics instead of my own training, especially because I'm weak and I'm tiny and I'm skinny right now. It's bad. But this guy. Yeah, no, I do want to be more on top of consistent infographic output and even my own training, because there is an amount of repertoire that comes between you and the client from them knowing that you do the same thing as them and you're doing it with as much intention as them. So getting my own training out there would be probably beneficial on that end.
yeah, Marcelo's posts like every single day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely should. I feel like push your training a lot more. I think that's one of the bigger things. Like having your clients just see your training is kind of nice, just because they get. Oh, I was like, they said
Well,
something.
I said Marcellus, but he's really like the only coach that does it. Like all the other high level coaches don't post their training.
Well, a lot of them are already pre-established.
Yeah.
They did at a point.
I still just think it's nice, especially if you're competing in the sport as well, like Marcellus is. I mean, he's a pretty good competitor. He's really strong. I still think that's one of the reasons why if I were to get a coach, he is definitely one that I would consider, because he's consistently showing his training of like what he's doing, and it's just nice to see that and seeing his progression, and overall it just shows that he cares a lot about himself too, which means if he cares about himself, he's also going to be caring a lot more for his athletes.
Right.
I think that same aspect also helps us out, like us owners of Brewhouse. Just people seeing us like lifting hard and like being in the community.
Absolutely.
I feel like
Iron Mike.
people are a little bit
Strong.
more fond of Brewhouse and like the management than in the previous past. Like, cause like
You
Connor,
let 'em in.
he would like not work out very regularly, and like almost nobody would see him unless he was like doing something for Brewhouse.
Yeah, you guys were talking about this on the other podcast. When I first came here when I was 14, super hard to get in here.
Yeah.
Super hard
Super
to get in.
in.
And, like, I didn't have the pleasure of Tanner had, where Tanner knew like someone who came here. I knew nobody. Like, it was difficult to come in here. There was no signage. There was nothing. The only way I knew this was Brewhouse is because there might be still out there, but there's that broken 45-pound plate. And I was like, this has to be a gym, right?
Used as a doorstop.
Yeah.
Like a cast iron.
Yeah.
It's like shattered.
Standard
like
45-pound
Captain
plate
America
that was
shield.
broken in half.
Yeah.
I remember. I was here the first day you
Yeah,
came here.
yeah.
I remember when you and your dad came in and you signed up.
Yep.
Yeah.
There was I think so. You would say you came here for about like 2 years before I came here, because I was really young when I came here as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's been about 2 years. 'Cause that's how much older I am than you. Yeah. Which,
So.
I mean, we say that I grew up here, but I mean, Chase started lifting here about the same age I did.
Yeah.
I'm just older. I just got more time.
I only saw like the half like gritty stuff. I think like Brewhouse started to take like a turnaround whenever they got rid of like the strong arm rack. Like the one that was right here, you know what I'm talking about? Like,
Were you here when we had the monolift?
I think I was here for like the first like couple weeks when they had it. And
The
then
monolift?
Yeah. Then they got rid of it.
Yeah, that's the monolift is like it's like a deer feed for untested lifters.
It really is.
So wait, didn't Chris Meter, whenever you guys asked him like one piece of machinery, he asked for like a monolift?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like,
Yeah.
he's asking him up. I was like, you don't even squat.
He doesn't even
He just
squat.
benches on the fat pad.
He just wants it for the vibes.
Yeah.
Just to have it in the gym.
Yeah.
But even then, it's like
Jace wants it.
takes up so much space, man. We
Bro,
could fit two combos.
I hate squatting out of it. I don't
Yeah.
like it.
This is the
It's
worst
I
thing
don't
ever.
either.
It's not the worst thing to squat.
It is the
out of.
worst
No.
thing.
It's just like annoying, dude.
Okay,
it's
the-
so big for no reason.
The one thing I will agree on with like the untested side is like after like 700 pounds, the walk out of squat gets like very, very hard. So like if you don't have to walk it out, like I think like after like 700 pounds, you can like actually squat like 10 to 20 pounds more. So I was like oblivious to that till like I started like actually getting higher.
until you
numbers.
like drop the weight 13 times.
Yeah, and then he's like, oh shit.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, that would happen if you didn't have to walk it out.
I just think it's just not smart to have that because how much room it takes, how much
Yes.
it costs, and how
100%.
little it would be used.
I'll
Yeah.
adapt a quote from John Hack a long time ago. He said, "If you can't walk out while you're squatting, you're not American. So you're not
true.
a man."
I also
Chase is Hispanic, so
Yeah.
it's true.
Yes, sir.
But you're one of the only 700 squatters.
Yeah,
So would you use the monolift if we have it then?
No, I wouldn't use it. I was saying like if it was like
'Cause you
in
want-
competition, if
yeah.
you didn't have
Yeah.
to walk it out, it would be very nice.
Yeah,
but,
there's so few federations that even
Yeah.
use a monolift anymore.
Yeah.
There's no point.
no.
Plus, we have those attachments to throw on the red rack.
Whenever it
Yeah.
was here, like maybe 2 or 3 people would use it, and that was it.
The only time I used it was because I had to, because every single other rack was being used.
have you ever had to like jack it up like with like 700 pounds? It like takes
The
such a long
hydraulic-
time.
it takes
It
forever,
was like, yeah, it's like 3 minutes of just
Yeah.
cranking.
Yeah, 'cause it's a hydraulic like car jack
Yeah.
pump, and then you just put that into the piston or the system there.
Yeah.
The only person in the world that deserves a monolift is Colton Engelbrecht. He's the only one that's allowed it.
That's true.
Everybody
Yeah.
else
Yeah.
don't need one.
Yeah. It's, if you're,
He's so
if you're not
strong, dude.
squatting 900 to 1,000 pounds, you don't need it.
Yeah, you don't need it.
Chase, you gonna squat that someday?
probably not. Probably not. I'm
Would
not
you
South
ever?
African.
Would you ever get into a squat suit?
Me?
Yeah.
Hell no. That's actually the funny thing is, one Christmas whenever I was like 16, it was near after I started training here. My dad saw an advertisement for squat suits on like Facebook or something, and he bought me a one-ply squat suit, like a single ply. It was metal, which that
Wait,
brand
what?
That's a
What?
good brand. That's a good brand.
Oh,
yeah.
brand,
Oh, okay.
I was like metal.
Not metal. It was,
Chainmail?
whatever it was made out of. I don't know. I'm like, I appreciate this so much, but I can't use this. Like yeah, it's just.
That's like if like my parents got me like weightlifting gloves or something. I was like, I can't be seen using these.
It's
It
so
may
funny.
be around the gym. I donated it. I just left it here. It may be in one of the lockers or something.
Reese
Maybe.
probably grabbed it.
Put it in a big ass suitcase.
Yeah.
Suitcase.
It's so funny because we made fun of like equip lifting a lot, but there's one time where we were benching with the slingshot and we were having a lot of fun.
Bro, it was so much fun.
Because people would always talk about like how like we were repping 405 or something. Like
I hit 500, but
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah,
had
we
hands
were,
on it.
we were doing the special.
Was in the green bench daddy slingshot.
It wasn't the biggest one.
Whenever I
don't
was
remember, yeah.
16, I benched 500 in the green bench daddy.
Yeah.
And like
That's
I
crazy.
don't bench anything near that now. I've benched 200 kilos.
I think one cool stat Brewhouse has is the all-time best tested equip lifter has trained here, or was like the home gym. So
Yeah.
that is
yeah.
something that you have to hold on to. I feel like.
Blaine Sumner. I mean, John Hack has trained here before too. There's a
Yeah.
lot of
Michael
athletes that
CA
trained
was here for a while.
Yeah, I
He was here
mean-
for like a summer.
I guess he's kind of mid now though.
Yeah, he was.
he's-
He was
well,
so good.
unfortunately,
and
it's
then
just his like neurological system, dude. Oh, he just shakes now.
Yeah.
he dropped
Ever
off.
since
He
his
fell off.
ever since his
Unfortunate.
injury,
'Cause-
unfortunately.
John Hack, he the Worlds in Saline, Texas. I think this was like his final train session. He trained here.
Yeah.
And
In
then,
Killeen, Texas?
Yes, yeah, whatever. it
Was
is.
that 2018?
2016 or something like I don't know.
It was a long time ago.
It was
Yeah,
it
it was whenever Brew was still kind of scary.
Okay, yeah. Back
The
whenever.
the lift platforms were like up against that wall.
yeah.
mhm. Squat racks all
Or
in
that
line.
wall, yeah.
You could fall back there and
Fluorescent
fucking head on all the
lights.
bars on the way down.
do.
Gosh. That's gosh, dude.
Dude, I look at there's an old like if you look at Brewhouse Barbell on YouTube, you'll see like people's like old videos,
Mhm.
and dude, this place looked just cursed.
It's
I was
so-
here then. I was
so
here
bad.
then.
Yeah.
It was just like fluorescent lights, which is super bright, and like
They
the
looked
camera
like Saw in the
quality-
back rooms put together.
all the whiteness too of the wall did not help it either.
Just dirt everywhere.
Yeah, it's-
Never once cleaned.
I mean,
Never.
there's still dirt everywhere, but
Yeah.
we're fighting.
we're a
I
lot
guess.
better about fighting it.
Did you guys see the comment? There's this like one influencer that he was going around all 50 states, and he was in Oklahoma, and he said like 4-star was the best gym. And I comment was like, "Yo, you should go to Brewhouse." And he was like, "This one guy commented. He was like, yeah, I would go to Brewhouse if they mop the floors." Did you see
Wild.
that? I'm
No.
talking- oh, okay. Well, Brewhouse like liked it on their Instagram, but
Oh, I that was me that liked it, but
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I didn't see the next
he-
comments after
he
that.
was like, "I would go
Yeah,
to
I
Brewhouse
just
if
liked
they
yours.
mop the
I didn't
floors."
see that.
Yeah,
That's a wild statement to not ever come inside the gym. Just come and see it. It's our Google pictures.
Oh, maybe
aren't
he did
accurate,
come and
really.
he realized that we don't mop the floors.
That's like I'll never walk into your garage unless you mop your garage.
Our gym is definitely not how it is on Google Photos. Just go on our Instagram and you'll see.
One guy got mad when I
much big
was cleaning
difference.
something one time. He's like, "Man, you're ruining the gym."
Let all the stink out.
Uh,
This
Yeah.
gym's meant to be dusty, and crusty.
It's impossible. This gym is impossible to keep clean.
Like we do a good job of trying to keep the floors clean and everything like that
It's
as
just
best
the,
we can.
the chalk
man.
and baby powder, dude.
It's also just
impossible.
with the higher ceilings too. Us having the bay doors open. It's
I mean,
gonna
even
be,
like in here, like
yeah.
the tables.
And I
Like-
think
like-
you guys still have like some holes in the wall on like some sides that like let in.
Dude,
like,
I
dust
don't
in.
know.
Yeah.
This building is awful.
Yeah, I think there's actually like
It's
a
like
hole
half built.
like on like the wall.
On
yeah,
the
yeah,
rail.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
I've seen it forever. So
Yeah.
Not fun.
And then I mean, having the bay doors open.
yeah,
And there's also
it's just gonna happen.
that one vent on the very far south
Yes.
wall.
Yeah.
That's at like the very top that just keeps letting dust in.
Yeah. It's
It's-
a never. It's gonna be
yeah.
a never-ending
It's
battle.
just this building's been
it's
you
old.
know, it's been
so
built for a long
fucking old.
time and never been clean. You know,
I think Dylan ChatGPT did once was like built in 1950s.
probably yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I mean,
You know that
he's-
old dude out there? Like when the old
grandpa?
guys, yeah.
Yeah.
He was one of the guys who helped build this place.
Oh, that's badass.
It's fucking wild.
But yeah, it's I don't know. It's just never been clean. The people before us didn't even dare to clean it. I mean, Connor used to use a leaf blower to dust.
There was a period.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
That's so funny, so.
yeah, no, it just I just remember the
Everything's just like
stories.
foggy for like half an hour.
It
for
just
no
goes
fucking
up higher
reason.
too.
Yeah,
it
it
comes
literally
right back
did.
down.
And now when people clap their hands in the chalk, the AC just goes right in the AC.
Yeah.
My first like under the table job was here. There was a period
Yeah,
where
you told me that.
Yeah, I got paid so little whenever I was like in the position to like run it. Connor had me. He was gone for like 2 weeks or something, and I was 14. And I was like setting up memberships and everything, like taking care of the gym. I think I equated out the amount of time I spent here. It was like $4.50 an hour is what I got.
Yeah, he did that again. There was you know Devontae Lyon, the guy you used to coach. The
Leon,
yeah. His two sons, they like trade a membership for them like clean the whole gym. So I used to like see them like clean the toilets, mopping the whole gym for exchange of like memberships for both of them.
That's one thing
There-
that was really bad about this place was it being just consistently.
We need high schoolers to clean.
Get Harper. Make Harper do it.
Yeah,
Do you
but
think you will?
a lot of high schoolers are very flaky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Braden's been cleaning it for free.
For free, yeah.
Braden to
Huh?
go.
Yeah,
here right
he's
now.
he's literally the only person so far that he even left a note. He's like, I tried to clean the gym and everything. I was like, that is so nice. Like,
Yeah.
thank you. Like, you don't have to. You're not obligated to.
Yeah.
We appreciate it a lot, of course. Keeping the gym
What are you trying
nice.
to say?
But
I mopped out here like not too long ago.
You
Yeah,
didn't
because
say-
you spilled like a whole.
I spilled a 5 gallon.
Yeah.
I like, put it on, it just like broke everywhere. So I was like mopping for like an hour, and then Colin came. He was like, "Bro, why is this so clean right here?" Or it might have been Claudio.
It was
Yeah,
me.
he was like, "Why is it so clean?"
it looks so nice.
I'm just helping you guys out.
In all reality, he's just pouring shit down.
Man.
Yeah.
Dylan told me that back bathroom like flooded.
Yeah, I think that back bathroom's always had a problem. I remember like I was like 14, I like flooded it, and I was like, "Bro, what's going on?" I got like so scared. Yeah, you kind of saw like between the wall of that bathroom
Yeah.
to the bathroom on the west side, there's like water moisture all along the underside.
One of the plumbers here told me like the way those pipes are, those two
Yeah.
toilets, that if they're both flushed at the same time, it'll back one of them up.
Oh, really?
That makes sense though.
Wait, really?
That fucking sucks.
I mean, because they're probably connected to
Yeah.
the same thing,
Yeah,
and they probably
yeah,
have like the
same
same
too.
outlet.
And he says you pretty much gotta just like plunge the hell out of it until it's good.
Damn.
I was like, okay.
Tanner, if there's one piece of equipment that you could have at Brewhouse Barbell and add it to the gym, what would it be?
Not a leak. You don't say legal rack.
I wasn't going to. That's the.
I mean,
yeah.
you can. You
I
can
mean,
say
I
whatever
don't
you
know.
want.
I used the Eleco rack at AR, and I kind of hated it. The only thing about it that's like objectively like
Those are
a
your
lot
medals.
better, a lot nicer to use is the little thing to make the racks go in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like magnetic. It's pretty cool. It's
But-
like a
but
lever.
I like
other
the
than-
TSS more.
Yeah, but other than that, like the thing is so stubby, and then the pins are like hard to move.
I was talking to Caleb about this. I think I could build like the TSS bench. I don't think it'd be like that hard. And I was gonna like order a sky pad from Eleco and try to make like a rep Eleco. I think it
To
would
put
actually-
into.
Yeah, because the TSS bench, I'm pretty for sure it's just like 2.5 inch like angle iron, the whole
It is,
thing, and
yeah.
then it's like really easy to build. And I could like, I don't know how tall the actual like Eleco bench is, but I could just like replicate. I could make it a little bit higher or shorter.
yeah, I mean, if you measure everything and build it properly, yeah.
You'll see me like bringing in a bench just all by myself.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not trying to weld through my phone,
Yeah.
I
that'll be
missed it.
good.
What, did you end up saying what you wanted?
Haven't yet.
Oh, okay.
Because
you're getting interrupted.
Yeah.
Probably like one of those really nice plate-loaded 45-degree hypers.
Like the one
With the handle?
like the one Taylor Atwood uses.
Yeah, that or a hamstring curl that works good.
That's straight.
Damn, I actually like our hamstring. curl.
It's mad crooked.
That's
it's
like,
bent.
that's like my favorite piece of equipment here.
Yeah.
Actually,
Everybody's gonna
I
start
hate it.
getting like
damn.
left hamstring injuries.
Yeah.
I hate a lot of machines here.
Yeah, I mean, I would think, honestly, instead of trying to add new equipment, I would try to cycle out the equipment we already have for newer version or higher quality version
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
of
I
just the
wanna-
machinery.
We did buy a new piece of equipment that hasn't been announced yet.
Yeah,
Claudio wanted.
it'll be replacing two pieces of equipment.
What is it?
Yeah,
The TSS T-bar 45-degree
Oh, that's
combo.
nice. That'd be
Mhm.
pretty
Yeah.
cool.
it's
I
nice.
I want a new leg curl, leg extension dumbbells. I think those are the biggest things I want.
Yeah, the dumbbells are like half 8 in.
Yeah, the dumbbells are pretty beat up.
They are.
I
I want to
I
like
know.
just
I
get
almost-
a new set, not replace
I
them.
think
just a
dumbbells
new
are like the
set.
most expensive things for like a gym to get though,
Yeah.
or like at least new ones.
Floor
For
is
an
probably
Yeah,
entire
hard to
getting
set.
like
Yeah.
a whole new set. Yeah, it's like $5,000, isn't it? We had found out. Was it more?
Well,
No,
if those calibrated ones
Oh yeah.
from like, oh man, I think it was 50 pounds or 60 pounds to like 120 pounds. It's like $5,000.
yeah,
Because
that's
they're stainless steel. They're not like rubberized.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
not
Because I would like something like that, and then just keep those for just like,
Yeah, they'll last forever.
Yeah.
They'll last forever.
and then just keep the heavy ones, and then I mean, because the lighter rubber are easily replaceable
Mm-hmm.
rather than calibrated dumbbells.
Yeah, the loadable dumbbells back there that nobody's ever touched.
Dude.
You know what's funny? We need to sell those. I keep
They're like
forgetting about
$2,000.
that. We need to sell them because
Yeah.
the only person who's ever used them has been Colton or Seth
Yeah.
at some point.
And they
And even
don't
then,
even
they're just
need it.
collecting dust.
Yeah, back when I was like doing like dumbbell press, I did like I believe the highest I got up to like 140 for a set of 8, and Tanner responded me. I had to like put like 2 5-pound plates on each side and put like a band around it to be able to do it because I tried like messing with like the adjustable like dumbbells and I just like wasn't wanting
Yeah.
to do it. It was just like so complicated.
We did something similar for me where we had like the hundreds, and then I had you put the 50s on top of my knuckles on the hundreds,
Yeah,
so I could try and load it heavy enough.
yeah.
That's freaking funny.
I
Okay.
actually think I have.
So dumbbells isn't a bad idea either for
I
something.
think
Yeah.
the pec fly, we can get rid of that thing.
Oh yeah, that thing is beat.
The lat pull down
Yeah.
next to it, it's fine until around like 200 it catches.
It's because we need to clean it really well.
It's that.
Like,
and
I mean,
it's
also,
like,
I
we already
just
had
don't
two
like-
lat pull
it is
downs.
old.
I don't like the redundancy of having two exact same pieces of equipment.
Yeah.
Whenever we already
Yeah.
have a lat pull down.
Yeah, the
That's
cable
just fun.
stacks suffice for everything necessary to them, right?
Yeah.
Like, so you can get rid of the lat pull down,
Yeah.
maybe the pec deck.
Caleb likes it though.
I used to use it a lot. I stopped using it.
Never mind. Caleb doesn't like it.
It's like a
Anymore.
belt pull. It's not a cable, it's a belt.
Yeah.
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 I'm surprised the belt hasn't snapped.
It's
Hope
kind
it
of
does.
thick. It's
It's
Yeah.
a pretty thick belt to hold it.
We just sell it to some dude for like a lot of money.
$5.
You know what's funny about that thing? Back whenever I used to train with Shane Maddox, whenever I was like doing the bodybuilding stuff with him, we would use that, and this is like whenever it was hot out. There was so much friction between people like slamming on that lat pull down that the plates in them would get force welded together. So you would have to do like 20, 30 pound jumps on them. They may have separated by now on that yellow lat pull down.
Okay.
But it was because people would just like
Slam it.
do like 15 reps of it continuously slamming, and they would force each other, like the plates, the metal would
Yeah.
fuse.
That's crazy.
Adams
Welding.
would
Yeah.
That just sounds so stupid. Why would you do
backroom
that?
them together.
I bet I have to do a combination with like the moisture and then the coating,
Yeah.
and then we're just kind of like stick together when we're just laying on each other like that too.
Yeah.
Brutal.
I'm so excited.
Do you
After
do you have
this-
any questions for us, Tanner?
Any
That
questions for y'all?
Yeah, for the I guess
Yeah.
since Spencer's
Like
not
gym
here, it kinda
related,
sucks, but yeah,
people related, Caleb related.
Claudio related,
See,
Colin related.
Claudia, when are you going to start sending me your training?
Oh,
Today.
after
Yeah.
this after this podcast,
He just sends you a
Yeah.
whole album of
Yeah.
No,
Just
I'll
pictures
just send you
of himself.
today's training.
Okay.
It's just selfies.
Yeah. I guess we go on a loop of when's y'all's next comps. Have y'all discussed that on the podcast
Oh.
recently?
Oh, yeah, kinda
No,
talk-
I mean besides
touched on it, but
me just talking about it just now, I was gonna try to sign up to do USAPL Nationals, but I decided not to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start focusing on July, or August. I think
Place it.
I don't remember which day it was.
The Elysian.
Yeah,
right?
the Elysium, me in San Antonio. So that's my next competition.
Okay. I will get that on our sheet so I know
Yeah.
when to program you.
no,
Caleb?
what to program you? I'm probably gonna do regionals again, like I did last year. It's in the same place it has been in Texas. It'll be September 4th and 5th, I believe, or 5th and 6th, something like that. I can't remember the exact date. It's somewhere around there. And I just want redemption and from this last one because I didn't do good. I did really bad. My squat I was really proud of, so hoping to just do a
556?
really good total. Yeah, that's what I squatted then. Hoping to squat close to 600, if not 600, because I squatted 575 recently.
Yeah.
Did you
So-
compete as a 83 or a 75?
I can beat at 82 then. It
Yeah.
just wasn't a good meet. It is what it is. So hopefully to get redemption and then do a bunch of higher quality meets after that too.
You think
so.
you're gonna do the Arnold?
Yeah. So after
Because-
that, the goal would be to like do the Arnold and then do USAPL raw nats.
Because you're
Nice.
doing the Arnold right for Strongman, right?
The Arnold?
Yeah.
No.
I wish.
Oh, sorry. I
No,
thought-
I'm doing
didn't you do-
nationals.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
what you got
Yeah,
by before. I got those
nationals.
confused.
Yeah.
So what
So
about-
Strongman Corp Nationals is in August. God, that keeps falling. Events haven't been released yet, and so I just have to wait for that before I can. So yeah, events haven't been released yet. It's probably going to be the dumbest thing I've ever read in my life.
How far out is that for you?
August. I don't know when in
It's
August.
in
though.
August?
Yeah, it's in August. I don't know what day though.
I mean, you know, there'll be some sort of deadlift. at
It's going to be a
least.
deadlift. Probably like I saw last year's. It was a medley, and it went all the way up to like a 900-pound silver dollar deadlift. So it was just pull from like the knees or something, something
Yeah.
stupid like
That's
that.
like an 18-inch deadlift.
I think
Okay.
somewhere around there.
How much do you guys think you could deadlift at 18 inches?
That's
Probably a little more than you.
Probably, honestly.
I don't know.
I feel like Chase would go up really high and then he'd drop it. So
You can use straps.
Damn. Yeah. But it's some kind of deadlift. Some kind of grip event, probably like a carry or something. And then maybe like a sandbag thing. I'm hoping it's nothing I really have to like learn that I've never touched. I don't want stones to be in it. I don't think stones will be in it because they're starting to like, because of tacky and stuff, like not have them in comps like that, mostly just higher level. So sandbags I'll be fine with. If there's a yoke, it's probably gonna be like 900 pounds or something. just absolutely destroy my back.
Yeah.
And then deadlift usually gets kind of crazy. I hope there's like a log or a circus dumbbell. I don't want any axle stuff. I hate it. I've just been doing axle stuff lately, and it just sucks, dude. Kind of clean it. I don't know. I'm surprised I haven't blown my bicep out too trying to do it.
Bro, I hate cleaning. I hate doing the barbell clean for our competition. Even though like it wasn't that heavy, it just always aggravated my elbow so bad.
Yeah, because of the barbell.
Are you still wanting to do regionals right after that?
Yeah, so
Too?
maybe.
Okay.
I haven't signed up for it, but I'm debating because
you got time.
Yeah, because regionals is in September,
Mhm.
early September. This is in August. Depending on what time in August, I was debating on doing strongman nationals, and then if regionals was far out enough, then I would just taper into that powerlifting meet from regionals or from nationals.
It's a crazy
And
taper.
it just depends on what the events are. It's a 2-day competition, so it's gonna be pretty brutal. But hopefully, I would, if I do it, I'll have to keep some powerlifting training with my program, which isn't too bad because I just replace one of the presses, which is bench, and then squat. Probably just squat every now and then, back squat, and then that's pretty much it. It should be manageable, but man, I've never done a 2-day competition before.
Yeah, that's brutal.
I'd blow up.
Yeah,
Die.
yeah. So they're always like, you're in for a treat. It's gonna be a good time, and I don't know.
Ibuprofen max.
Yeah, literally. So it'll be pretty AIDS, and then hopefully, if I do regionals, then I will like taper into that meet. If I'm like not completely just dead, because I got sick after the last strongman comp.
Yeah, you guys
I was
were,
so
You
dead.
got sick after the Brewhouse meet, right?
You just
Yeah.
get sick.
Bro.
Yeah, dude, that was after like my week 4 or whatever. I did like a log PR, my bench PR, I went for a squat and my deadlift PR and stuff like that, and then set up for the powerlifting meet. Pretty much did everything that you helped with, like moving everything, ran the meet, moved everything back, and my body just quit, dude.
Dude, I was
Just
dead
exploded.
after that.
Yeah.
You were getting grumpy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was. I was promised I didn't have to move anything. Then me and Jack like moved everything back into the trailer all by
Okay, I will
ourselves.
say, you did that because you wanted to leave earlier.
Yeah,
I
was busy.
I got home
like,
at
doing
like
other things.
11:30. I would have gone home at like 2:00 if I didn't do anything.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, like you didn't have to, but we appreciated your help.
No,
a lot.
100%. Like without you, we would have been at the gym probably till like 3 or 4 a.m.
Yeah.
I think me
None
and
of
Jack-
us wanted to be
I
there.
Yeah,
think
no.
me and Jack wanted to like kill everybody.
Oh, trust me,
Well, like,
we
we
were all-
were doing
we were all
everything as
just
quickly
upset.
as we wanted to,
Yeah.
and then Jack had committed himself too, so he was getting grumpy
I don't
Yeah.
that he was missing out. Yeah.
Everybody was just tired, and it just got
and
really
the fact that it was on a
grumpy.
Sunday, everybody had to work the next day.
Yeah, it was definitely not good.
Dude,
for
when
that.
we were setting up for the strongman comp, trying to get those cables over the mat
Oh, bro.
and the dumbbell set, dude, Seth and Alec were about to brawl. Dude,
That's
they were
wrong.
getting so
Once we get this new flooring, dude, it's gonna make it so much easier for us to move everything. I'm so excited.
Yeah, true. We're about to break down. I don't know if you know, but we're gonna break
Yeah.
that locker room down.
Yeah, so you're breaking down the whole
We're
area
gonna
there.
After the
expand,
meet,
expand
yeah.
the powerlifting area a little
Very
bit.
nice. Very nice.
Hopefully get another platform. Maybe it'll fit. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
I
we
think
can have 3.
if we reorganize a little bit, it should be enough to add another combo.
I think that would be
Yeah.
really nice having 3 platforms
Yeah.
too for everybody to be able to train on. It'd be
That'd be
really
sick.
nice. And I mean, just new flooring everywhere. By the way, we haven't really talked about it a whole lot, but it'll probably be a community event, which means if you guys want to come out and help us do the flooring, it'll make it a lot quicker, and the gym will open up a lot
Buy you
quicker.
lunch.
We'll have food
Yeah.
5 boxes of pizza.
and water.
Yeah.
Woo.
You get paid in pizza.
No, but
That's
seriously,
the Brewhouse
please help.
special, the
Yeah.
hideaway.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll just go get that. But no, I mean, seriously though, we would really appreciate it. Please,
Please.
Hey, Brain Chamber's gonna be there helping out.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Anybody and everybody would be
You get
very
Caleb.
grateful.
Frazier.
Dude, he
Pick
would
him
get
up.
that shit
That.
down in like an hour, dude.
Goblin.
We'll just get him some alcohol. He'll be fine.
By the way, I remember y'all mentioning on one of the first podcasts the Goblin Mode pre-workout.
Yeah.
Do you know where that tub originated?
No.
No,
Me.
you.
Oh, really?
I won.
So just dumping
That's
random
so
stuff in
fucking
there?
gross.
I won this is whenever I competed in USPA at the time. So I competed in USPA up until I was 16 when Chase and Hudson talked me into switching to USAPL because that's just what the gym environment was if you were a powerlifter, you were competing USPA.
We saved Tanner.
You did.
Yeah,
I was probably
you're cringe lifting like raps.
I was fat. I was stupid. I was deadlifting on a kabuki. I would probably be on gear by now if y'all didn't save me. So thank you.
I think you just barely missed the deadline for 2023 like high school nats or something like that.
By a week.
Yeah. Because I remember like you did the USAPL meet with like 3 days notice.
Yeah.
And then you tried to like sign up, but it was like too late, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was just too late. But yeah, I won best lifter at a USPA meet, and one of the prizes was that pre-workout from the company name was Gorilla Piss Ammonia.
Yeah.
Gorilla Piss Ammonia.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I got a bunch of like liquid baby powder, ammonia. I got a T-shirt, and I got that pre-workout. And I remember they didn't have any actual labeling saying what was in the pre-workout.
Yeah.
But I remember I found something on their Facebook later. It had like 500 milligrams of niacin in it, which
What is nice?
Nobody knows what that
Yeah,
is.
That
vitamin.
is.
So it's vitamin B6.
Yeah.
Which the like.
Still don't know what that is.
High end the toxic dose. I could be off on the number.
Isn't that what they put in the 5-hour energy?
It is.
drinks?
It's what the thermal upregulation
Heat,
makes your
yeah,
body weight
thermal
hotter, or body temp hotter. I'm not sure about the exact dosing. I could be wrong on this of like the numbers, but I know it had per serving 3 times the toxic dose of niacin in it, and I took it. And I just got so overheated. I burst out in hives. I never touched it again, and I gave it to Caleb Frazier.
Is that the one that had like
The capsules in
Yeah,
it?
did it have the
I'm
little
pretty
pellets
sure.
whenever you give it to
Claudio,
them?
haven't you taken some of it whenever it was here?
No, I never
I thought you
touched that.
did. I thought you had like a scoop of it
And
at one point or something.
They definitely.
Maybe I did, but I don't. I remember I saw it had like little pellets in it.
It just looks so
and
bad,
I was
dude.
like,
There
nah, I
was
think
so
I'll
much
pass.
random
Yeah.
other pre-workouts and different stuff in there.
Because the people that like own this company, I think they were just like some people at home, right? And they were mixing the pre-workout with raw ingredients themselves.
Yeah.
But they didn't. I bet they did not have an actual mixer, like a micro powder mixer.
Yeah.
So it was. You'd probably get like grams of like caffeine or something. It was like dangerous because that's what the clumps are. Is whenever they're not fully flushed together. That's clumps of like one ingredient.
Yeah.
In there, and then people started. It became a communal tub that when you came into the gym with a new pre-workout, you had to put in a scoop of your pre-workout, and it was just a
Sacrifice.
mixture of abomination.
Gosh, dude.
Gotta bring it
This
back.
gym is so cursed.
You take a scoop, give a scoop.
That's
Brewhouse
so bad.
bathwater. It's just a bunch of
Brewhouse
everyone's
bathwater.
pre-mixed.
Oh, that was evil.
I'm kind of hung up on the liquid baby powder
Yeah,
because you just have like white stuff running down your leg.
but it worked great. It worked great. Because it had a spray bottle on it,
Oh,
and you would spray it.
Okay.
The spray seems nice. Okay.
Yeah, it worked awesome until it would harden inside the nozzle, and then you have to buy a new nozzle. But I wish that became popular because I think that's where they were being like innovative or something.
Yeah.
And then it never took off.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Might look into that actually.
Yeah.
It would save a lot of mess.
Because that's like the only like baby powder specific to powerlifting. Because all the other baby powder is just like for babies.
I guess. Yeah.
So maybe like the first specific like baby powder for powerlifters.
For baby.
I mean, I
Not
guess.
just for men and women, not babies.
I'm sure if somebody actually developed something to reduce drag for powerlifters, it probably wouldn't be baby powder. We would probably find some kind of other,
Some odorless powder.
something else that we could put on that would be less drag coefficient.
Like what though?
I have no
and,
idea.
and that's cheap, especially.
Well, who cares if it's cheap?
I mean,
When you're deadlifting 800 pounds.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, like
Yeah.
people that are doing that to be so like psycho about it.
Yeah, just pop it out once a macro cycle and then in
Yeah.
comp. Zero drag.
Guess we could just use the dust on top of the ACs up there.
Just
That would give me.
Start
That would
bottle-
burn my
bottle it and
skin.
sell it.
yeah.
That would like actually burn my skin if
Just
it
get a cough after your session.
I just remember when we were cleaning over there, all the dust was just caked on.
Yeah.
It felt like we should have been wearing hazmat suits. I feel like the mask did
You
not
had to
help
like
us.
vacuum and then wipe and then vacuum again.
So
My eyes were
bad.
hurting.
We had masks on and we still just felt like we were dying inside.
Those filters you replace like every like 2 weeks.
It's so bad, dude. It's like comparable to like most places you replace your filters like once a month maybe or like 2
yeah.
months or something like that. Here we have to replace them like so often.
Your air filters on
Yes,
your HVAC?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That's crazy.
It just gets built up so quick.
Yeah, because most residential places, you replace them like every 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, not even. Yeah.
And here we have to replace them so often to keep like our costs down on AC and everything as well. So it's
there's one time before we got like before we took over everything, you know, those 2 units were just like going up to nothing. I remember Connor messaged me. He's like, "Hey, I just replaced the filter, so should get nice and cool in here." And I come in, and the bay doors are shut. Those 2 vents are like barely trying to blow as much as possible. It was like 103 in here, and like 98 outside. It
was hotter in here than it was outside. I remember that.
One guy came up to me. It was when I was interning. He's like, "Bro, can we please put these doors up?"
Yeah, I remember that. I was there. That was crazy.
I was like, "Yeah, dude."
The AC has been one of the best investments we've done for sure in this. New AC has been so nice.
So y'all
nice
have,
and cool.
This is kind of a random side topic to get into, but it's what I'm interested in. Do y'all have any questions on like pharmacology or nutrition in powerlifting? Like anything that you guys thought of before?
Does eating more pineapple make taste better?
Anecdotally, people say so. I haven't read any studies on it. But
he's like, I've done studies on it.
I think that's only like the black aunties that say that, bro.
What?
Why them though? Why? I've heard it from so many other people.
I had this like crazy experience when I was like 13.
Huh?
No, listen, there was like I had one of my friends. He was black, and his mom was like this like 400-pound lady, and she was like there was like 3 of us, and she was like talking to us like about it for like 30 minutes. It was like we were all like 13 at the time.
Sounds like you were a victim.
When we were
sound
13,
good.
it was the grapefruit technique.
Yeah, it was. It was insane.
Yeah, do that right in the mic, actually.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
We're gonna get demonetized, even if we don't make any money anyway.
You can do that, but I can't say a fact about black women.
That's I feel like mine is way tamer. Way tamer. I don't know.
That's insane. Please cut this out,
Yes.
Colin.
This whole part
Don't
out.
even allude to that.
There'd be many parts.
Future Colin is probably gonna be really tired right now.
What's okay? Just to, I guess, ask about nutrition so we can cut back to it. What's the best pre-workout meal that you think you should take?
It's dependent on the individual, how long they're going to be before training, like the distance between their meal.
Okay, then what's the most common food you recommend for people?
Just rice and a lean meat with usually like a little bit of fruit. So, I mean, rice is already very easily digestible, but it has a slightly like lower glycemic index than maybe a fruit or like a dextrose or something. So pre-workout, like the goal is it's okay to have a little bit of a glucose spike because it's going to kind of level off while you're training. Also, most of the time, give intra-workout to keep that stable once it starts to dip towards the later side of a session, especially in powerlifting when we have long sessions. If we have a really high glucose blood sugar spike prior to training, it's going to drop off during our training. So having an intra-workout is beneficial for more than just restoring the glycogen in our tissue, but for maintaining stable blood sugar levels, having stable energy. What I program the vast majority of my athletes is either a chicken and rice or beef and rice. If anything, if it's really close to their workout window, the prioritization is always going to be on the carb. Fat's going to be lower. Protein's either going to be the same as every other meal in the day or a little bit lower in the pre-workout so that digestibility is just quicker and easier. So, yeah, pretty much that.
Fair enough.
We should have you back on whenever Spencer joins us again.
Yeah, I think
and then y'all can
really
yap about bodybuilding, nutrition.
Yeah, I'd be super down.
We're all just
Spam calling me. Who is this? Oh my gosh. Does not matter. This
has been by far the most informational
Yeah,
podcast.
it really has. Well, I mean, like having like somebody else who is super into like the nutrition side of it, I think that's why too. I was also curious about a lot of that, what you know and what you've liked about being a nutritionist and all that. And
not registered. Not a nutritionist. I'm a nutrition coach. No,
Coaching.
You're good. I just can't call myself a nutritionist or I get in trouble.
That's illegal.
Yeah.
Technically.
Not a dietitian.
Yeah,
but
right.
Yeah.
Right.
see. Chase is not a racist. He's racism expert. Isn't that?
Racism expert.
There you go.
He just knows a lot about it.
I have my facts right.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
This has been the most racist and intellectual podcast we've had.
They go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if we had Dylan on, it would just ruined it. He would have brought nothing to the table. Guess we never
That's
know.
why I didn't join.
Yeah, guess we never know. Actually, we told him not to be on it. He wanted to be on it.
Yeah.
We told him not
Yeah,
to.
he asked us, like, he kept on asking us to be in it. And
Yeah,
told
we're
him
like, no, sorry, Dylan. We're good. We got Chase.
I cut it out, but he came in here and Chase had to tell him to leave and kicked him
yeah,
out.
so.
Yeah, I called him at like 12:30 last night, and I was like, bro, why don't you want to be on the podcast? And he was like, I just don't want to be there for 2 hours. So I was like,
it's been 2 hours.
I know. Well, I told him, I was like, dude, that can't be the reason. Like, what's the other reason? He's like, dude, I just don't want to be on it. I'm like, okay. So,
He's just lazy.
no, I mean, I don't know. I think his quad, but that's about it.
He'd be bummed out.
He just
I'm
be sitting
injured, bro.
down.
I can't be
Yeah,
on
My
it.
quad hurts. I don't want to be at a podcast.
He's got quad PMS.
His quad hurts, so instead
That
of
was
sitting
so
down on a
good.
podcast, he wants to work out.
I can't right now, guys. My quad hurts. Stop.
He's probably butthurt because his dunk story, we trolled him on.
That was so good whenever he posted that.
Or the amount of times we posted pictures of him just fat and obese.
Dude, he hates it, but it's so funny.
Dylan Johnston.
Just Claudio's
Dude.
super jacked, and you guys are both fat, and he's outside of his-
Every time I see that, I always think about the amount of water that was just destroyed to make that picture.
yeah.
Gallons of water. We made it like multiple times.
Yeah.
What do we call it, Claudio? Dylan Johnston?
Yeah, Dylan Johnson. With a
Johnston.
T.
There's a we started calling CJ in here Chase Johnson.
Yeah.
We'll for the thumbnail, I'll just have both of you guys just absolutely obese.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be so
Awesome.
good. Do you have any other things you want to ask about, like us as the owners, Tanner, too, or anything?
I mean, like I see the gym going in a really great place. I like all the adaptions that you're making. I mean, you've already kind of shared the plans, so
Yeah.
I don't have anything in too much detail.
Yeah.
I guess I know you've already kind of spoke about, I don't know about on the podcast, about possibly a PA meet being here in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still kind of in the works. I think Claudio is still kind
Yeah.
of talking.
The regional meet director's been kind of slow on getting back to me. But we're still planning on it, like, in the October range.
Okay.
That's kind of what we're aiming for.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
If I don't if I don't make North Americans or something, I'll probably do that.
Hell yeah.
I'll probably compete here.
Dude,
yeah.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
We also haven't brought someone up we bring up every podcast.
Oh, yeah.
But do you
Oh,
have and what is your experience like with one of the previous owners, Mr. I'll have to bleep it.
Yeah, I've had experiences with him. He's a very interesting guy. He had a lot of comments, and he was very obese, and his inputs were that of like exactly what you would think from a like West Side style. Not even West. He wasn't even near West Side style because at least they were like kind of jacked and strong. He thought he was strong because he trained with Blaine Sumner. I don't know if I can say that because that like directly says who he is.
We'll bleep it.
But I don't know. I think he had like little man syndrome as a really, really obese man. I don't know. I think that's the perfect way to describe him.
I think so, too.
It's been a while since I've seen him. I wish him the best. I wish the best for all people. But he definitely aggravated me a time or two in training.
Seems to be the common theme for
Yeah.
most people have to say about him. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just curious because
like-
you've been here so long.
People who know who he is will definitely know, but we just never say his name. His name is never spoke. He's always the guy who
He's
used to own the
Voldemort.
place. Yeah.
Pretty much.
He always just used to own the place. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Used to
Yeah.
own that back door more than anything, apparently.
Yeah, he used to always making sure that nobody came through the back door, would always lock it as soon as he got here. And so that you would have to walk around with all your equipment to the front and come through the front door.
Didn't Danny? I don't think I've probably seen. I've never like directly met him. I remember like Danny like 2 years ago. He said like he had like a really bad experience with him.
Danny
So-
Wynn?
Yeah. He said like he like made him like take all of his stuff to the front, and this was like kind of recent. So
Reese?
Can't have been that
Not-
Yeah,
no,
like-
not like recent, but like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Possible. I don't know. I'm not sure. I know there's multiple times where he always like if I came in through an unlocked door, he'd be like, "Show me your scanning card."
Yeah, that's what happened to Danny, and then Yeah.
Show me your ID.
He could have just bought a scanning card somewhere else
Yeah.
too and just showed
That's
up.
so stupid.
Yeah, because he has no idea how it works. He didn't even have one himself.
Yeah, and
Yeah, let me see your skinny.
and he would always try to teach you he had the worst advice. It was so bad. It wasn't even good for equip lifting. Now looking back that I have like more knowledge, it was bad for every form of lifting. Like he had no good input. I don't know, he was playing Sumner's lapdog, and that's the only reason why he thought he was like had information.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's like, "Do you know who I am? I gave Blade Sumner 1,000-pound bench lift offs."
Yeah, like what the fuck? What does that
Who
even have to do with
cares?
That
anything?
is pretty cool though.
Yeah, but like
No, that's pretty.
you're a grown man. That's your biggest achievement.
Yeah.
that's your
That is
biggest
pretty
flex.
cool, though.
I actually have a crazy story. So I used to train with Shane Maddox, who at the time was a detective for OKCPD.
Yeah.
And then bleep Voldemort, whatever, bleep his name. But I guess he was a cop in the past. And one day, me and Shane were just getting ready to train. Shane was telling me some kind of story he had about being like a detective, being a cop. And out of nowhere, Chris just starts talking about how he used to be the knuckle buster for his department, and that the captain would send him down to these like low income neighborhoods to like beat up minorities. And I'm like 16 at the time. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Who is this guy?
Yeah.
He's just a racist
Dude,
beater.
I bet you anything he wasn't even a cop. I remember when he found out Spencer used to be EOD tech and did Secret Service. He said, "Oh yeah, I know all about all that," and talking about how he used to do like Black Ops work or something like that.
He's
Yeah.
a man of all jack and trades apparently.
Apparently. Yeah, if all of his stories are real, that's a crazy guy. That's awesome.
Who was it? Was it Shu told us that he has the record for having the most like Dallas Cowboy cheerleader girlfriends?
Something stupid like that.
Yeah, he said something like that.
Something dumb like that, yeah, where he's dated a bunch of Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders.
And he makes more money than Caleb.
Yeah, he makes
buying
fuck
Aston
you
Martin.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna buy an Aston Martin soon. He's gonna give us a bunch of members and $30,000. Still haven't seen any of that.
But will
so.
not pay $60 membership.
Yeah, as soon as we found out he's gonna get paid, I can't do that.
He's
Yeah.
a freak.
God, dude, it was so crazy. Whenever his thing wasn't working, he's like, "You got to pay." He's like, "Well, guess I'm not coming back." It's just like, okay.
Adios.
Thank
See ya.
goodness.
Didn't want to pay for a gym membership is crazy.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Does he come
Yeah,
in the
imagine
mornings?
paying a gym membership.
Not anymore.
But when
He
did?
would, yeah.
Okay, okay.
What'd you say?
I said, imagine paying a gym membership.
Yeah, no.
Really?
This guy, the only person here, dude.
I pay a membership.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the only one in this room that pays a membership.
Yeah, why? Why do I do that, huh?
That's true. Why is it?
Let's make this free, guys. You know what? Never mind. This gym's.
And when Chase moves to Dallas, I'll take over his Brewhouse athlete.
this Justin Brewhouse is closed down. They're giving out free memberships.
Everyone's an athlete now.
Everyone gets free memberships. Fuck. This gym closed the next day. Fuck.
All right.
I think that's all we
I think
have.
that's good.
Heck yeah.
Thank you so much, Tanner, for coming on the podcast. And,
Thanks.
Yeah, we'll need to have you on with Spencer at one
Yeah,
point.
it'd be really good to have you come back on.
Yeah. Anytime we want to talk like coaching, programming,
Yeah.
nutrition, any like actual physiology stuff, like I'm really cool. I'd be down for it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Especially when Spencer's here, like
Yeah.
you said, I think it'd be really good
love
dynamic
that.
having you guys talk back and forth a lot. I'm curious. I'm sure you guys will pick each other's brains really
Mhm.
well. So
Yeah, I know we've already had some conversations before together, so
Yeah.
it'd be cool to just get it on recording. But yeah, thank you guys for
Yeah.
having me.
yeah, thank you so
Yeah.
much, Tanner.
Thank you guys for
And,
listening. Thank you guys for watching. Chase, you gonna close us out?
Yeah, Chase.
Yeah, thank you guys.
That's it. That's all you got.
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right. Well.
Shabbat shalom.
All right, bye.
Bye.
I might leave that in for people who actually do finish it.